Okay, let's get some more exam test questions for you regarding the Border Patrol. This is called attention to detail. So listen to the paragraph and answer the question, okay? This is gonna prep your mind for the exam you're gonna take. This is important, you guys. You're not going into a job, you're going into a career. This is what I'm prepping you for, okay? Let's get it going. While conducting a routine patrol, a Border Patrol agent, you, encounters an individual at a checkpoint who says, I'm a U.S. citizen. But the individual presents a driver's license, but he seems nervous and avoids eye contact. Upon further inspection, the agent, you, notices the license is a little bit damaged, with the laminate showing signs of wear. What should you do next? A, ignore him being nervous and accept the ID as valid. B, continue to engage with the individual while trying to verify the authenticity of the license. C, let them go. It's legitimate. D, arrest for having a damaged license. A, B, C, or D. Continue to engage with the individual while verifying the authenticity of the license. Remember, attention to detail. The license is a little bit worn, so you're checking it out, okay? Next one. During a routine inspection of vehicles at a checkpoint, an agent U notices a car with a strong odor of fresh paint coming from the trunk. This happens more than you think, you guys. The paint smell is unusual for a typical passenger vehicle. So you, what should you do? A, ignore the smell, it's probably harmless. B, open the trunk to further investigate the odor. Not bad. C, offer the driver a free inspection, let them continue. Or D, take no action and let them guide past. A, B, C, or D. You want to open the trunk, B, and further investigate the source of the odor. Of course you want to do that, right? That's your job. Next one. While patrolling the border, you observe two individuals walking in a remote area. They're walking fast, but one of them seems to be limping. So what details should you pay particular attention to? A, the limping person could be injured and in need of medical assistance. B, they appear suspicious but should not be questioned. C, both are just likely taking a walk and should be left alone. Or D, the limping person could be carrying a large amount of drugs. A, B, C, or D. A, the limping person could be injured and in need of medical assistance. So I say this time and time again, I want you to avoid all the nonsense on the social media about stuff like this. When you see someone who's injured, you as a BP agent, the first thing is not their status. It's their medical condition. That's always the first thing, okay? Don't get clouded by all this stuff with arresting and detention, all that stuff. No, if they're an injured person, they're human first before they're anything else, okay? Carry that with you throughout your whole career. It'll keep you safe. You start throwing in things like reading out rights and arresting whatever before you tend to the medical situation, you're going to find yourself getting in big trouble, okay? Don't do that. Medical first, processing second. Next one. A patrol agent, you, receives a tip about a vehicle coming towards the border. The vehicle is described as a white van with tinted windows. The agent is advised that the vehicle could be carrying illegal substances. When the agent spots a van matching the description, the windows are slightly rolled down and there is an unusual bulge in the back seat. What's the first thing you should do? A, ignore the bulge and proceed with a routine check. B, approach the vehicle consciously and ask the driver to exit for questioning. C, arrest the driver now based on the bulge in the back seat. Or D, signal the driver to stop and inspect the vehicle carefully, focusing on the bulge. A, B, C, or D. It's going to be D, signal the driver to stop and inspect the vehicle carefully, focusing on the bulge. Now, I got one from Carmen a few months ago. She said, you can do that? Yeah, you guys can do that. You are the agent. You can inspect the vehicle. That's your stop. That's your area. They're coming through to you. It's legally allowed for you to stop those vehicles and inspect. Especially this one. You have PC, probable cause, right? So you got already a tip about it. You know, the tip about this vehicle coming through, you know, so of course you could inspect the vehicle. No problem there at all, okay? Next one, while reviewing an incoming report, the BP agent U notices that one of the suspects listed has a name that appears very similar to another known individual, except for a single letter missing. You know that both individuals have similar physical descriptions, so what should you do, right? A, treat them both as the same person and arrest. B, ignore the name discrepancy and assume they're probably the same individual. C, investigate further to verify the identity of the suspect before taking any action. And D, arrest the individual with a similar name immediately. A, B, C, or D. You want to do C, right? Investigate further to verify the identity of the suspect before taking any action. Of course, again, verify the identity. Half your job is investigating, right? And I've always called it assault investigation, meaning you're not trying to handcuff the guy, whatever, but you're trying to find out more information. That's half your job, is digging down into the minutia and get into the facts, okay? That's what you're doing. Next one is this. Subscribe to my channel, please. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you want to prep yourself before taking the actual Border Patrol exam, take ours down below. It's a product of 3 years of work there. We have to date over 2,100 people taking our test first. Then they take the actual test, and they come out with a 91% pass rate. So there we go. Our test works. Click the link and keep on going. Next one. A Border Patrol agent, you're examining a vehicle's registration, and you notice that the color of the vehicle document is described as blue, but the car is green. What should you do? A, accept the registration is valid since the color may be an error. B, ignore this discrepancy. It's a small discrepancy. Who cares? C, question the driver about the discrepancy and investigate further. D, impound right now for having the incorrect registration. A, B, C, or D. It's going to be C, right? Question the driver about the discrepancy and investigate further. See, a lot of your job is using that logical reasoning, which is all in my quiz below, to my test below. It's 115 questions. Reasoning, right? Probable cause, and I always say, you're not going to see this on any other exam but mine. I'm telling you guys this now, you got to use your sixth sense, right? Does it make sense? If the vehicle described as blue, but the car is green, right? Even if you don't understand BP policies yet, all that stuff, your sixth sense will say, you know what? This doesn't make any sense. Why is it blue and green? Understand? Okay, there we go. Next one. During a surveillance operation, a BP agent, you notice that a vehicle is parked in an area known for illegal activity. The vehicle's been there for a long time, and you see two people come out of the vehicle who are wearing clothing that blends in with the environment. What should you do? A, assume they're tourists and do nothing. B, approach the individuals carefully and question them to gather more information. C, ignore the vehicle and continue with the surveillance of the area. Or D, arrest them for loitering in a known illegal area. A, B, C, or D. If you said B, nice job. Approach them carefully and question them to gather more information. That's how you do it. You're always in this state of questioning and thinking. You know, that's how it's most of your job's that way. You're always going to be using your brain to say, okay, this sounds right. Does it make sense? And so on and so forth. All right. While inspecting a suspicious package at the border, you, the agent, notice that the shipping label is printed in a foreign language, but the return address appears to be in the U.S. You also notice that the weight of the package feels much heavier than expected. So what should you do? A, let it through because it's just a mistake. B, open it immediately and search the contents. C, record the details and refer the package for further investigation by specialists. Or D, ignore the package and focus on other tasks. What should you do? Let's go through this one by one, okay? The first one says, let the package through, assuming it's just a mistake. Okay, you can assume, right? You never assume. Trust, but verify, right? But never assume, okay? B says, open it immediately. No, that's not in your purview to do that. It's not your purview to open up and search the contents. No. C says, record the details and refer the package for further investigation by who? By specialists, okay? BP has their own specialist, okay? You're not that. You're an awesome front guard to keep us safe. You're not trying to BS you either. I mean this. You're on the front line keeping people like me safe. I don't wear the uniform no more, but you do and you will. So you got to keep us safe by referring the package down the line to the specialist, okay? That's your answer. But D says, ignore the package and focus on other tasks. No, you're the front line of defense. You can't ignore Jack Diddley. Your job is to make sure you recognize all those things and keep who? Us safe. That's what you do. And thank goodness for you. I appreciate you guys. Next one, during a routine inspection at a checkpoint, a BP agent, you notice a vehicle has a broken tail light. The driver is unusually nervous and you spot a bulge in the front seat under a jacket. What should you do next? A, ignore the bulge and let the vehicle through because it's just a minor violation. Who cares? B, allow the driver to leave since the taillight is the only issue. C, request they exit the vehicle and proceed with further inspection. D, let it pass, but give them a warning about the taillight. A, B, C, or D? It's going to be C, request the driver exit the vehicle and proceed with further inspection. Okay, let's go down again. A says ignore the bulge. No, you don't ignore nothing. That's not your job. Your job is to pay attention to everything, right? Okay. B, it says allow them to leave. No, because you see the bulge, they got to stay, right? You don't know what that bulge is, right? C says request the driver exit the vehicle. Yes. Get out of that car and proceed with a further inspection, for sure. And D says let the vehicle pass. No, your job is to detect and take care of business, right? That's what you do. Again, you guys, if you want to have breakdowns like this, go to my link down below, take my test. Every test question has an instant answer. You get a percentage rate, plus you get an email from me. And we have a little discussion about your test results, okay? It's really cool the way I have this design. I talk to you guys, I tell you about your exam results, you know. My responses are not auto responses. I actually sit down, I write an email to you, and I discuss your tests with you. That's how I do it, okay? It's great. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, so here we go. While patrolling in an area known for smuggling, a BP agent, you, my friend, spots several individuals running through the terrain. You observe one of those carrying a large backpack, heavy backpack, while the others are empty-handed. What details should you as a BP agent focus on, okay? Focus on. Here we go. A, the backpack may contain illegal contraband, so it's important to investigate further. B, they look like they're tourists. Let them be, come on, they're tourists. C, the agent should focus only on the individuals without the backpack. Or D, the backpack is likely just food or supplies and should not be a concern. So is it A, B, C, or D? The question was, who should you focus on? That's what I want you to hear the question. So who should you focus on? A says, the backpack may contain illegal contraband, so it's important to investigate further. That's your only focus. The other guys have empty hands, that's great. Good for them, fantastic. But it's the backpack you want to focus on, okay? That's your deal. Remember, attention to detail, okay? Last one here, let's see what you can do. While checking the registration on a vehicle during a routine stop, the BP agent, you notice the registration document is printed on a different type of paper than unusual, so it's a different type of paper, right? It also lacks a typical watermark that is found on authentic registration. So, paper's kind of weird, no watermark, right? What should you do, my friend? A, let it go, just a discrepancy. B, ignore the issue, you're too busy right now. C, request the driver provide additional documentation and investigate the authenticity of the registration. Or D, allow him to leave but report it to your supervisor. A, B, C, or D? Let's break it down again, okay? Let's break it down. Let the vehicle go? No. Your job is to make sure they don't go, right? B, ignore the issue and continue with the stop. You're not paid to ignore, you're paid to detect. That's your job, to keep me safe, your family safe, your friends safe. That's your job, you're the front line. C, request them to provide additional documentation and investigate the authenticity of the registration. That's your answer. the paper seems weird, no watermark. That should be in your head, right? And there you go. D was allow them to leave. Of course not. That's not what you're paid for. You guys, these tests are serious business. These tests can get you into the next phase of the BP process, which is the interview, then which is going to be the polygraph, and so on and so forth. Okay, it is imperative you get through the front door. The front door is imperative. I have the key to that front door in my link below. The exam I have is 115 questions that prepares you for the 100-question test. I have a 91% success rate for people. Right now, the average Joe taking that test, they do not pass at a 38% rate. Take the test, do a little bit of an investment in yourself, and take my test. It will help you. All right? You guys have a fantastic day. Look for more videos. If you have ideas for videos for your BP, I will help you guys out, okay? And this is for James. Thank you for the excellent idea for the video. You guys are on fire. Take care. Bye-bye.